So Anna, Yewande, and Amber are on this morning kind of, interview talking about their podcast. Things do go for an awkward turn. So Anna, Yewande, and Amber are on this morning kind of, interview talking about their podcast, and things do go for an awkward turn. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button. Daily and consistent content. Subscribe. I really appreciate it. So Amber, Yewande, and Anna all look beautiful as they sit there and they're being interviewed with Yewande in the middle as well. I really like that kind of lineup. I feel like it really looks good and suits them. And we have Ben Shepherd, we have Kate Garraway obviously interviewing them, and of course they press on the questions about Gregory, and you can tell that Amber is just not feeling it at all.
And it's going to last forever.
I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask. I don't know what went wrong. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
Did he really dump you my text? I can't. But you really...
No, there's not. I'm just trying to move on from that. I've got more interesting things to do.
Yeah, okay.
You have.
From her face to her body language, even what she says, she's like, let's just move on to better things now. Let's just move on now. Why are we talking about this? We've come to talk about the podcast. Why are you stressing on this breakup? And I do kind of understand where she's coming from, given the stance that, it's time for us to also move on from the situation. Like it's been and done now. I'm kind of over it. Like I'm so over it now. I don't care for it anymore. But obviously that was one of the main highlights of this entire show, that you won with somebody and you broke up within a couple of weeks. People are going to ask questions. However, I just find it quite funny that there's just awkwardness from her, and she can tell that Amber is somebody who I believe is quite blunt. So we'll let you know in a passive aggressive kind of way, even if she's not meant to, that bro, let's move on. I'm over it. What are you doing? Like this is not cute. I didn't come here to talk about this. I came to talk about podcast and go home and call it a day. And then obviously have Anna kind of addressing her Jordan moment as well, and how that was very strenuous. And no shade, no tea. No shade, no tea. I love the girls now, but I like to keep it objective and very real on this channel. I genuinely feel like their chemistry and how they get on is better on that couch in the ITV morning interview than it is on their actual podcast.
Get to subscribe, rate us, and leave a review.
And you can find me, Amber, at Amber Rose Gill on Instagram.
And me, Anna, at AnnaVikili_ on Instagram.
You can find me on Yewande_Biala.
I don't know what it is about the podcast, but something seems a bit too forced. And I think it's because they're all sitting in this bedroom kind of aesthetic, and they're all like kind of dressed up for it. It doesn't really feel as natural. Of course, I'm not going to say their relationships are not natural, because evidently you can tell that they are, and they have strong relationships, strong bonds. But I genuinely feel like something is forced when it comes to this podcast. I don't know what it is. I just feel like maybe it's just a bit too structured, or it's their first time kind of like in a presenting format, or they don't want to come off too, I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that just, I don't know, like it's just like the body language kind of stuff. It just feels a bit too, it's just different to what I've seen of them three in the villa together as a viewer and what I've observed, and it's different to what I've seen of them even on this ITV morning interview. On this ITV morning interview, they seem more relaxed, they seem chilled, a little bit nervous, cool as an interview cameras, who isn't going to be nervous when it comes to production related stuff, but they just feel a little bit more at ease and relaxed here, and the chemistry seems to be a bit more, flowing, but I don't really see that exact kind of flow. The key word is flow when it comes to the podcast. I just don't see it as much. That's just what I genuinely feel, and I'm going to keep it very real. I'm not going to obviously lie, or just because I love the girls and I've supported them from day one, that I'm obviously going to love everything they do. Sometimes you can critique stuff in a positive way, and I just feel like there's just something that's just a bit too frigid. The flow is a bit blocked here, and it's just a bit too, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like maybe it's just the nerves or whatever, but I just feel like the intros are just a bit too cheesy, and just like, and also I also feel like it's just like relaxed, like it's okay to just like, I don't even know. Maybe I think it's just the settings as well. Like, I don't know. Maybe the settings a bit too much, and it's just comes off a bit too forced. But this interview, I feel like was just very awkward at first, and Amber was just letting them know, like, I'm not here to talk about Gregory. Like, it's over, it's done with. Like, I can't give you a justification, an answer for what had happened. I moved on from it now. Please, you guys as well. And I genuinely can understand where she's coming from, because it's like nobody can really justify that moment. He was a clown, he was a fool. And Anna made a very good point. It's only been 2 weeks, like, since they've all met up, and if you put that into perspective of outside the villa, nobody would have given such gratification, but obviously because they won the show and because he swooped in, yeah, they obviously, it was just funny. It was just an awkward interview. I thought I'd let you guys know about it. Do subscribe and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about this awkward interview that even articles are now reporting as well. I found that quite funny. Everybody's picking up on this. Do subscribe, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.